Hello, everyone. This is Venus Brown back with another episode of Heartstopper Season 2. This is episode 6 called Truth or Dare. I'm assuming the game Truth or Dare. And I am wearing a new shirt that I got from Pride in Melbourne. That's Melbourne, Florida, not Melbourne, Australia. It says, "Ask me about my pronouns." I thought it was one of the better ones that suit me a little bit better than some of the others. I also got a non-binary flag. I already had a trans ally flag, which one of my trans children says is a bit problematic because no trans people helped create it. But it was too late. I already got it. So last episode, it looked like it was getting a little serious with Charlie and Nick. Not too serious, but serious enough that he got a hickey, and Nick didn't even seem to really know what he was doing. But like I said, the first time that happened with me, I didn't know what I was doing either. It can happen. Even if you think it's unlikely, it can. It does seem like they're doing a lot more of the other storylines with the other characters, which I kind of like, but I don't know, it feels a little bit fast, but I guess it makes sense since they are all on a trip together in Paris, so you're gonna have several storylines going all at once on the same trip. I just feel like maybe I'd like a little bit longer to kind of delve into each character, or at least each pair, in a more isolated fashion, but that's just me. And it looks like Charlie is going to meet Nick's dad, which Nick does describe him, I think, as a little bit flighty, so that could be problematic, but hopefully it will go as well as could be expected, I guess. And we saw a lot more of Charlie's eating disorder coming out in the last episode, and as far as I understand, it is only going to get worse. That's one of the hard things, even though the last season, everything was dealt with right then and there in such a good way that it kind of all wrapped it up in a bow and made it all nice. And this is not like that. This is taking longer to resolve problems, and there seem to be more issues, feels more, you got to approach the tough stuff also, not just the nice. And this is stuff that we deal with in real life, whether you're cisgender or transgender or homosexual or straight or bisexual or anything. There's just always stuff that weighs you down, that takes time to resolve, that is difficult, and sometimes that doesn't go away. It just was nice to have a show finally that kind of wasn't like soaking in that kind of stuff. It was like, okay, we're going to touch on the tough issues. We're not going to stay in it that long. We're not going to make it like such a big thing that it weighs down the whole episode or the whole series. Anyway, I hope it will get more like season 1, but then again, I don't know. It's not bad. It's just not what season 1 was. And I know a lot of people that I've been hearing from really like season 2. I'm just not feeling it as much as I was with season 1. What do you think, Tailen?
I thought I didn't know how they would make a, and I think that it's a good area to go off of for a second.
Okay, so let's get started on the show.
Would you feel better if I waited here?
No, please come with me.
Tu fais beaucoup de rugby?
Oui, un peu. It's my dad, Stefan. This is my...
I'm Charlie.
Nice to meet you, Charlie. So good to see you in Paris. I would have invited you this summer, but the apartment is a mess.
I'd still like to meet her sometime.
Perhaps. Excuse me for a moment.
You doing okay?
That sounds like something bad's gonna happen. Like him leaving. The way that Nick acted when Charlie asked if he was sure that he wanted him to stay with him, it reminded me of a long time ago. When I was a kid, I did not get along very well with my mom. We still have challenges, but it's a lot better now. I remember my boyfriend's mom, who was also my mom's best friend, was there for my birthday party. And my mom got drunk and lost her keys, and she started accusing me of taking her keys. And her friend was going to leave, and I begged her to stay. I was like, please, please don't leave. It reminded me of that situation. Like, you have this feeling in the pit of your stomach that everything is really going to get more awful. And that person is there, and they're more supportive, and they can help you kind of get through it. I dreaded the idea of her leaving, with my mom like that. I know it's really personal, private stuff, but it's just, I'll never forget that feeling and that dread when she said she was going to leave. And she didn't leave. She stayed there, not for long, but she stayed there long enough for us to kind of resolve what was going on. Not that this was going to go anything like that, but that's just what it reminded me.
Something has come up. I'm coming to England next week.
You should come to dinner.
Les filles adorent les joueurs de rugby. Wonderful to meet one of Nick's friends.
Yeah. He doesn't know me.
You can rant about him the whole way there.
Me and Elle kissed.
No way.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. We kissed.
Oh my god, Tal, you have to tell us.
Oh. Should we go? Let's go. He's looking around the place. Let's go.
It doesn't matter how I feel about it anyway.
Yes, it does.
Boys, be in your room.
Sure, I did the exact same thing at that age with a boy.
Knowing you don't figure out you're gay into your late 20s and to miss out on those teenage experiences.
That shirt is hilarious.
I'm sorry for being not a very good girlfriend recently. I'm gonna make it up to you.
Lord, where do you put them all?
You could have read them all.
Right. Yeah, I definitely cannot read that fast. Not even close.
I wanted some privacy with Nick. You could just say so.
What are you doing?
Recharging.
Right.
Everything has to be perfect. She's a princess.
Don't forget them there.
I do have a crush on someone else, though.
Is it me?
No, it's your dad.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Hot and heavy in the basement of your parents' place. You used to be so sweet. Now you're a firecracker on a crap. Me and you were
It's alcohol time.
Oh, that's a lot.
I'm sorry.
Parents never let me have alcohol.
Well, that ought to be fun.
That is disgusting.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
No homophobes at my birthday party.
I know I've said some homophobic stuff in the past, but I feel like I know better. Cool? Can we come in?
No.
It wasn't James. Yeah.
fun. I dare Charlie to kiss Ben.
No.
Goodbye.
Who gave you the hickey? We just move on.
I know who it was. We're dating.
I called it.
Really
Nick, I don't know you,
How
okay?
long have you been going out?
A few months.
I'm sorry to ruin this very lovely moment, but I think I'm gonna be sick.
Oh.
Deep breath. I'll get you a sip bag. Oh.
Why did I get into teaching?
You came out to a room full of people.
Yep, and you gave them permission to tell people.
You're gonna have to fight.
Okay, we can fight. Stay back. Is this okay?
Yeah, you might want to ask him before he did it. Although he probably done the same thing.
I'm not sure I'm ready to do anything more than kissing.
I didn't think we did that right now.
I do want to.
If you didn't ever want to do it, then I wouldn't either. That sounded really cheesy.
Sorry for ruining your birthday. I have to be perfect for you.
Nobody's perfect.
I love you so much. I was just sick. I don't care.
Can't get in trouble for having food poisoning, can she? You could just share my bed. Stupid idea.
Yusuf, I don't think it's a stupid idea.
Like aggressive teacher not just being that alone and never throwing any other emotions.
Right. All right, y'all. I think we're finally past all the spoilers that I got. The stuff with Isaac. I mean, there's more to it, but I think you're starting to see some of it. The teachers. That was definitely a big spoiler. Darcy and Tara, there's more stuff there, but I don't know. They're starting to get into it. But anyway, I'm just kind of excited that I can finally like express more opinions about these spoilers that were coming up and are finally starting to really rear their head. And I'm gonna try not to give away too much about what's going on with Isaac because I know that's not it. And the same with Tara and Darcy. I don't think I realized there was gonna be an alcohol problem, but I knew there were gonna be some issues. Oh yeah, there is one other thing that's still coming, but we'll talk about that later when it comes up. Let's get back to the show. I don't think there's much of it left yet, but we'll see.
I'll be your medicine if you let off the lightning. Escape from
Okay, so that 5 minutes was actually mostly credits anyway. I'm just very excited to see some of these couples be able to like actually express their feelings to each other when they weren't able to before or what they were afraid to or too nervous. I am sad for Isaac because of what he's going through. We all have to go through our own journey and this is his. What's the name of the guy that likes Isaac? We're bad. We don't know his name. I am going to get some lunch and then I will come back for the next episode. So I'll see you in a week.